So I've had a lot of great teachers, and over the process of the last few days, I've been thinking about one guy in particular whose name was Jack Harnischweger. He was the principal of an alternative school in Rochester, New York in the early 70s. I was not at the time thinking at all about teaching high school, public school. I was on a track to get my PhD and teach college, and because of him, I really had to do a double take and end up taking a different road. And it had a lot to do with the clientele. These were kids from the slums who had one last opportunity to graduate from high school. It was a work-study program, so they learned skills of building houses during the morning and then came to school in the afternoon. It was amazing to watch him in how he dealt with the kids. And one great story that sort of capsulizes this great summer I had was one morning I went into my class, and it was getting close to my birthday, and I opened the desk drawer, and there was probably a good ounce of pot. We're talking about the early 70s, so it's totally illegal, and especially to have it in your classroom drawer. It had to have come from one of the kids, and I had to troubleshoot because I really couldn't go to Jack quite yet to say anything. I didn't want to get any kids in trouble. His rules were pretty strict. I talked about it with my team. We all decided that I should sort of stand up in front of the group and make just a blanket thank you statement about the gift and that it needed to disappear. So I spoke to both of the groups I worked with. I think they got the signal immediately. Nobody said anything. No eyes were moving onto any one or particular kids. And by the next day, it was gone. And Jack later that day came in, sat down with me and said, so, tell me about the gift that was left for you in your top desk drawer. And I went, what are you talking about? And he said, listen, nothing happens in this school that I don't know about. And I congratulate you for taking care of it yourself. And I thought, you know, I think I have to move away from teaching, the idea of teaching college. This was really the atmosphere I wanted to be in. I never had a principal quite like Jack, but at least I started at a very high place in my 30 years of teaching high school, thanks to Jack Harnischweger.